Hello! I wanted to jump on here and show you guys all of the stuff that I got in my product purchase premiere. So this was the deal that we got when we went to Onstage. We could order a select number of things from the new annual catalog. We could actually order. So this was not only early, but it was like super early, even for demonstrators. So all demonstrators can pre-order in May. So if you want any of these things like right now, you're gonna have to sign up so that you can get them come May 2nd, I believe it starts. If not, they're gonna be available in the new catalog in June. I'm not gonna show you too many projects. I don't think I have any projects with them, but you can kind of see the awesomeness that is everything. So we've got Corey's watching. I know she was excited about this. Corey, maybe you can give Holly a heads up that I did get brave and I'm doing this for everybody to see. I was at work today and I told Corey and Holly, I probably won't do it, but be brave. Okay, so what I'm gonna start with is I'm gonna start with some of the kind of the individual products. The first thing I wanna show you is the new in colors. So if you haven't seen these yet, these are the 2019 to 2021 in colors. So we have Rococo Rose, we have Seaside Spray, Purple Posy, Pretty Peacock, and Terracotta Tile. So those are our 5 new in colors. Now I do have a project that I'm working on with these colors and I'm super excited, so I will be posting those. Awesome, Holly's watching too. All right, I at least have somebody to talk to. So these 5 colors are going to be our in colors for the next 2 years. I love them. They are so neat. They work really well together. They work really well with some of our existing colors already, and you'll see that in some of the designer series papers. So obviously it's not just the ink pads. There is also markers and paper, re-inkers, embellishments. I have the ink and the paper right now, and so I'll be playing with that, and then I'll be getting more as we go along. Okay, that's the in colors. That's super exciting. Some of the other things that we got, obviously, was stamp sets. So this one I'm super excited about. When I saw this, I knew I had to have it. Ta-da! I loved the sets that we had in this style for kind of women and weddings and those kind of events. So I love that we have some guys now too. This goes really well with the I just forgot what it was called. But there's a stamp set that has like the kids leaning on each other, those kinds of things too. Janet Wakeland's stamp set. So I really like this. It has some nice masculine kind of greetings as well. So that's a stamp set I'm super excited about. Okay, another stamp set. Now this is a host stamp set. So if you're not a demonstrator and you're not going to pre-order this, you can get this for free. When you host an event. And this is what it looks like. So it's called Believe You Can. And I love this saying, believe you can, and you're halfway there. And then some neat little flowers. These are 2-step stamping. So you can color in your little feathers or your flowers with those. And then you have this little image here with some images that you can put into that banner. This one I've seen some really neat patterns made with it, so you can actually stamp it multiple times. And then we've got this shape here, and you'll see this shape again. There's some really neat dies with that shape, and I'm going to show you those a little bit later. Okay, we have a couple of bundles that were just on their own. Bloom and Grow, which has these nice flower images that we saw some beautiful examples with. And I'm going to pull open the dies here. I may not pull open all of the dies. So the new dies are packaged slightly differently, but still very similar. And then these cut out all these images. There's some scallops, patterns, and then these 3 little flowers. Now, one thing I want to point out, and I'm going to grab one of these, So our old dies, one of the things I always had trouble with was lining them up so the space around was even. If you look really closely, you can see that there's actually a guide there. So when you go to line this up with the image, it's actually going to go right up to the image. It's still going to leave that little bit of a white space around, but it's actually going to be even now. So much easier. So that's what, if you've been hearing about some of the new style dies, that's what they look like. Okay, I'll put these away. And then I'll move on to the next thing, which I'm also super excited about. Oh, the closure is new too. That's actually really exciting. Who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were having trouble because all their dies kept falling out of, the small dies kept falling out of the hole. And I realized that it was because it was on the old packaging, you had to like fold them around and back and stuff. So this one, it's just a flap that tucks in there and it holds it closed and your dies won't fall out. Perfect. All right, above the clouds. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then the punch that goes with it. This is an amazing set to do some simple stamping. You can layer these stamps together and get a lot of impact from just a couple of ink colors. And it's not super expensive to bump it up by getting a punch because it's not a die. You're not worrying about getting a die cutting machine or anything like that. You've got those bundled together, and of course 10% off for the bundles. All right, these I have no idea where they belong, but they're really pretty, so I wanted to show you them. And I don't have the catalog in front of me, and it's been a very long day, so I can't remember where they belong, but they belong to a suite, I believe, and they're these flower faceted gems. And I'm hoping that I'm catching the light with them, but they actually have like 5 little rhinestones all put together in a little metal frame, and they're really pretty. So, pretties. Okay, on to the sweets. I'm going to start with the one that I've shown you some of already. So if you watched my onstage video, and I think this is where those rhinestones belong to anyways, you saw the punch and the designer series paper that I got all squealy about because it had hummingbirds and it has that UV texture. So this is the mosaic. Ooh, can't remember what the suite is called. But anyways, mosaics. One side has that UV texture to it and the other side is just plain. Same patterns, just different colors. And then I promised you there's a stamp set that goes with this punch. This is the stamp set. So it's called Memorable Mosaic. This is the image that coordinates with the punch. And then we've got some others as well. One that I saw that was really neat was this actually fits into the punch and then you can fussy cut this kindness and pop it up. So that was really cool. And we'll put those off to the side. Okay, I have 4 sweets left that I could show you. Which one should I show you first? So many difficult decisions. Okay, I'm going to start with this one here. All the way over here. Okay. So, this one, got the Floral Essence stamp set. Again, these lovely kind of pen and ink line art, some that are the reverse line art. This coordinates with the leaf punch we already have, and then this is a new shape that we have a punch that goes with it, and I haven't even unwrapped this one yet. This you saw in my make and take, you can actually layer, so that's really cool. And then we have, oh, this ribbon doesn't belong to this suite, it belonged to the last one. But it is, what's this one called again? Mint something, textile ribbon, mint textile ribbon. It's really neat, kind of texture to it, a little bit of lighter threads through there. Very, very pretty. Okay, the ribbon for this suite is also very pretty. It's all very pretty. Who am I kidding? This is the Petal Pink organdy striped ribbon. So hi Sue, it's fairly wide and it has these kind of stripes in it. Now this is really easy to tie bows with. So you can tie your bows and I always find with this organdy ribbon, they actually sit really nicely once you have them all fluffled up. So again, wider ribbon, it's going to be a bit of a bigger bow, but that is that ribbon. And then of course we have some embellishments. So these are those little fuzzy centers that you saw in my make and take. So they come in a little container like this, and they're perfectly sized for that flower, or this flower, or that flower, or that flower. Oops. So you can put them anywhere like that, and they are like a green and yellow little fuzzy flower center. They're pretty cute. They would make good caterpillars too. All right, now we have 2 packs of paper in this kit, or in this suite rather. So the first one is the vellum, and so we've got a pink, a green, and a yellow vellum. And they're in 12 by 12 sheets, which is nice to have vellum in 12 by 12 sheets. So that is the vellum pack. And then we have the regular designer series paper. Now this stuff is beautiful. I think I'm going to frame some of these for my house, just like on their own, because they are absolutely gorgeous. Pull them out to show you. So they're all actually painted these kind of abstract, floral, impressionistic. They're absolutely gorgeous. I can't get over them. So I think I'm just going to take one of each and frame these and put them up in my hallway or something like that, because they're just gorgeous. So that's the designer series paper. Okay, that is that suite. On to the next. We'll do this one because it's kind of in my way. Some of you said you wanted some masculine stuff, you wanted some kind of marine type stuff. That was the Floral Essence set, Sue. I can't remember what it's called. Corey, you're my rock star. Maybe you can tell us what the suite is called, because I don't have my catalog in front of us. So Sailing Home has kind of some of these sailboats, anchors, all this kind of stuff. And then what I wasn't able to show you in my make and take was the dies, which are gorgeous as well. So these are cutting and embossing dies. So there is a knot, this frame, which has stitching around it. I don't know if you can see that, but it actually cuts and does those little stitches. Same with this banner here, it has stitches as well. And then there's a ship's wheel here, and the like middle part of the compass, the needle, and this like rope line, I guess you could call it, I don't know if you can see that there, that those all emboss and cut. So that's a really neat thing from that suite. The other thing that I did show you already as well, but I'll show you again, is the Sail Away trinkets. So we've got little ship's wheels and little anchors. You can loop some twine through there, and I'll show you the twine in a second. Put a brad in there, and that will actually spin. And I'll show you the twine from this bundle. Sweet, not a bundle. Though you can get them in the new catalog, you'll be able to order all of the products together with one item code, so that's pretty awesome. This is the twine that comes with it. So it's Night of Navy and Sahara Sand, I believe. That's very nice. Gonna be very good for tying knots. And then of course we have the designer series paper, and yes, I'm gonna bust into it because I'm gonna have to open all of these packages eventually anyways, right? All right, so surprise, surprise, we've got some nautical themes, some maps. Cannot tell where that is. May just be made up. No idea. I think it's made up. Some kind of maritime newspapers with some sailboats and stuff there. Some knot graphics. This one I really like. It's kind of this neat lined pattern. The back of that has these leaves. Some more little sailboats. And on the back, some more graphic lines. There's a sextant on here. That's awesome. I love it. I know what I'm doing for my dad's birthday. He's really into navigation by the stars, which is what you use a sextant for. Some lighthouses. And then some more stripes. So lots of options there. Lots of different kind of nautical themes. Just some more masculine graphic patterns as well. And then we've got the Memories and More card pack. I love all the Memories and More card packs because they're just so easy. Yes, Sue, this is my product purchase premiere from On Stage. Okay. So what these are, if you haven't seen the Memories and More card packs, is it's a pack of small cards that is meant for pocket style scrapbooking, but you can use them for cards as well, and we actually have card bases that fit these. So like this, you could make this a Father's Day card. You could literally just put this onto a pre-done card base and it would be ready. But you could also add a little anchor and a little twine and make a super special little card. I'll open some of these and show you some of the cards. There's so much you can do with these. You can put them onto bigger card bases as well, just as a layer. Come on. Didn't want to have to cut the whole thing open. So there's 2 of each. And you can see there's some that are kind of more meant for journaling in a scrapbook. But some of these you could just use as a layer. And they have a lot of the same patterns as, oh, that's cute, as are on the designer series paper, just maybe in a different size or with some different colors. So some really, I always feel kind of weird saying pretty about the masculine things, but they're still beautiful. Just because they're not pinks and flowers doesn't mean they're not pretty. So again, more of those same kind of images, just different sizes, different colors. And then the big 4x6 ones are going to be more of the same, and there's going to be the specialty cards in here as well. And that's what's kind of really exciting about these. I know, Holly, isn't it? Like, I saw the cover of the catalog and I was like, oh my god, I have to have it all. I didn't even care about the other stuff in the catalog. I would have been happy with just this suite. So there's some of those cards, and here's a specialty card. So it's actually laser cut. On one side it kind of has that pattern, and then on the other side it's white. And I think they've sprinkled them in here. There's another one. So you can see how you can layer that. If you're scrapbooking, you can layer it with photos. This one you could cut in half and it would be 2 4x3 ones. There's a lighthouse. This one's more in a blue, where the other ones were more in the brownie color. And then got another couple of frames here, or a sailboat and a frame. And then these are actually stickers here. So these are stickers. Again, you can use these scrapbooking, you can use them on cards. Oh, and there's another layer there. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that. I like it all. What am I talking about? So you can see there's some kind of scrapbooking, but you can use them for card making as well. And these are really easy ways to make cards, and you don't even have to do any stamping. I know that feels sacrilegious to even say, but you don't have to stamp to make cards. And the Memories and More card packs is one of the ways to do that. All right. Put that aside and bust out the next suite. Okay. Yeah, the more you see, the more you want. So true. All right, I'm saving my favorite for last, so I'm going to show you the Bird Ballad Suite. That's the stamp set, free as a bird. Cute little birdies, big birdie, some really nice sayings. Again, dies that go with them. I'll open those up and show you. So these dies, did I not mention that label? So these can be used with not only that hostess set that I showed you, or the host set, but with any of your sayings. You can even do like just a part of it, and if you look closely at the dies, they cut out on both sides the little dots. So you have those little dots on the inside and the outside. You can use either side. And then if all you want to do is do a line of dots, you can do just a line of dots too. So cool. Okay, next thing we have is we have some more lace. So this is the ribbon. Not quite as easy to tie bows with, but still very lovely. We have some trinkets as well. So these trinkets are this little leaf, this little flower, and this little key. Oh, and there's a little bow too. I didn't even notice the little bow in the pictures. There we go. So 4 different little trinkets. Oh, I guess I need to put them in the middle of the camera so you can see. They're really cute. The little leaves, I've seen these two just tucked in behind to hide the eyelet. So then it doesn't look like it has to have a ribbon going through it. Yeah, I guess they are, Sue. Maybe not. The adhesive is still pretty strong. I don't know. You be the judge. Okay, I'm going to keep that until last. I'll show you the designer series paper. So this designer series paper was designed as black and white, and then the artists used Stampin' Blends to actually color them in. So to color in your stamped images here with the same colors of Stampin' Blends, you'll get a very similar look. And then on the back side, we've got these patterns. So some really nice kind of birds and florals. The keys again. Love this feather one. It's really pretty. And the bird cages. And more florals. More birds. More birds. So many birds. And little birdie feet. Okay, and in the box is something very exciting. So this is the tin that comes in this sweet. Gorgeous, gorgeous tin. And when you open it, it has a set of cards in there. So you can tell a set of cards will more than fit in here. And then when we open this up, you'll see just how special these card bases are. And envelopes. Comes with envelopes. So the envelopes have this special kind of scallopy edge, but other than that, they're just pretty run-of-the-mill envelopes. And the cards are not run-of-the-mill cards. They're laser cut, so the card fronts are actually laser cut. You can either just stamp on the inside of your card and have this be the front. You can adhere something to the inside of this. If you want to make it really easy, you just adhere another card base, maybe one a little bit smaller to the inside here, and then you have kind of an interactive card when you open it. Some really cool ideas. You can also cut these out and use just the laser cut part on its own. So those are beautiful. I love those. So excited to use those. And of course the tin is gorgeous. So lots of gift ideas with that. Okay, put all this stuff aside and then we are going to talk about my favorite sweet. So my favorite sweet is Follow Your Art, which it starts with art. So we have the stamp set that I showed you already, but that's okay. I'm showing it again. Some kind of crafty things. And then we have some washi tape. I'm going to open it up so that I can show you in its full glory how cool this washi tape is. And this is where I'm going to show my nerdy side. Because we have this yellow. And then we have this like stitched look. And then we have one that has the little Stampin' Up! Logo on it. And now you might be thinking like, okay, that's a little bit silly. And it absolutely is. I'm not going to deny that that's silly. But it goes so well with another product in this suite, which is these little boxes. And these little boxes have the little Stampin' Up! Logo on them. So these boxes look like miniature versions of the UPS box that our Stampin' Up! Orders come in. So you can actually close your little Stampin' Up! Box with the washi tape. Super nerdy, I know, but super cute. All right, there is a die with this as well. Or I should say a die set. So this die set cuts out some of the shapes from the stamp set. The little pile of ribbons there, for example, you have a die that cuts that out, easy peasy. And you can see that this die actually has this piece in the middle to help line it up with that image. And then it cuts all those bits at once. So that's super cool. And then there's some neat borders too. So this kind of looks like a stitched ribbon, some buttons, some lace. And then you've got these buttons that cut and emboss. I love this little paper clip. You can never get paper clips in the right colors. So now I can fake them for my project. And then this, this little one here makes like, you know the snaps? Those sewn in snaps? It makes like those. And the pens and stuff are all just for the stamped images. All right, but wait, there's more. There is also an embossing folder. I'm not going to pull it open. You can see the image up on the front. That is what it embosses. Now, this is a little busy, but if you want a bunch of buttons, you could, whatever color you want them in, emboss this, and then just take your circle punch and punch out your buttons. And you have a bunch of embossed buttons. Okay, talking about buttons, we have the embellishment kit. No problem, Corey. I'm super excited about all of this stuff. You know, it might not be coming through. I had a long day at work today, but I'm really excited about all this stuff. Okay, so this box, when you open it up, has some goodies in it. And I'm pretty sure that this will actually fit a set of cards as well. So there's some baker's twine in there. There is these felt embellishments. So these all pop out and they're stitched in 3 different colors. And then we've got some paper clips. I didn't even notice these up on the board, but I had to look at them. They're so cute. Dig these out. So if you sew or anything like that, look at how cute these are to like sew into a project or knit. It just says made with love on it. And you could so easily they're really light. So you can totally use that as like a tag or something like that. Or on a card. You can still mail it. Don't want to lose that. Tuck it back in the bag here. Okay, and the designer series paper. Okay. I love some of this designer series paper. I love it all. Why do I keep saying, oh, I love this, I love that. I love it all. Okay, so we've got some art supplies. Most of those we can get in the catalog. Some abstract kind of graphic images, some more art supplies. Those are markers, watercolor pencils, blends, and some more graphic stuff. Hot glue guns, and re-inkers, and buttons. And kind of a more muted pattern. Ribbon, thread, buttons, and scissors. We've got, this is very similar to the washi tape pattern. Oh, I know, Sue, I was actually doing my taxes when they came and I had to like refrain. I had to be a grown up and wait until I was done my taxes to open it up. And yes, I should have done my taxes sooner. Shh. This one's got some sequins and those clips. I love this. I think this is my favorite paper in here. It's just beautiful. And then this kind of stitched one. All right, I think that is it. Everything else that came in that box was boring stuff like envelopes. So I'm gonna leave you with that. If you would like a catalog so that you can see all this stuff yourself, let me know. Send me a message, leave me a comment, and I will add you to my list. I will need your address if I don't have it already. If you want to buy any of this stuff, like I said, you can't buy it right now. You'll have to wait until June 4th for the customer ordering to begin. But what you can do is you can join my team. So like Sue, Corey, and Holly have. You can, if you're on my team, you're Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can actually buy this stuff starting, I believe, May 2nd, whatever that first business day of May is. And you'll be able to get it then. If you want to get any of the retired stuff before it goes, you can go to thecraftymedic.com and follow the Shop Now link. And you'll be able to see all the stuff that's retiring in that new catalog as well. All right, have a good night. Happy crafting. I'm going to go pass out. Good night. Oh my gosh, I totally lied. I forgot a whole suite. I can't believe I did this. Just goes to show how confused I am. Hopefully you guys are still on here. Because I actually forgot. I can't believe I did this. It was, you know what it was? It was hiding behind my computer. Because we have Good Morning Magnolia to share still too. So these huge, gorgeous images. Dies, of course. Everything needs a die to cut it out. I can't believe I forgot this, Sue. Why didn't nobody remember the poor magnolias? Okay, not worth crying over. So you can see we've got the big die to cut out the big flower, and then we've got these smaller dies to make those 3D flowers, including the little centers and some leaves and some fancy edges and. there is 2 things of ribbon. This is actually kind of like a garden green, I think it is, baker's twine. Doesn't even say the colors on there. And then this is like a linen color. I forgot a sweet holly. Can you believe it? It was hiding behind my computer. Too much stuff. All right, the embellishments for this suite are these cork pieces that are printed on one side with leaves and flowers and this cute little tag. And you can totally turn them over and use the other side too if you don't like that. And you can stamp on these, I believe, with Stays On. So those are super cute. Now we have some Memories and More cards as well. I'm not going to pop those open. You'll see some of the patterns and stuff in the designer series paper in a minute, but what I will pop open is the Memories and More card bases. Now normally card bases for Memories and More are 4x6, which these ones are, but if you look closely, there is this silver embossed pattern on there. And that will actually fit one of the 4x3 cards inside it. So that's super cool. And then the envelopes have that silver on them as well. And then they have envelope liners. So you can actually take these, slide them into your envelopes. And then I usually just take a little bit of snail or glue or something like that along this top piece underneath. And that's the only place I glue it down. And then when I close it, it all kind of stays in place. So those are super pretty. And then we'll show you the designer series paper. And again, this is a lot of the same images and colors and stuff you'll get in the Memories and More card pack, just in smaller sizes. So if you don't want to have to cut down 12 by 12 pieces, the Memories and More card pack is a really good option. Or if you're a pocket scrapbooker. Okay, giant magnolias. Lots of different papers. Some of them are very similar patterns, just in different colors. And then on the back sides, we've got different images again. So this one, yeah, very pretty, kind of those softer, kind of more feminine colors. And that is actually it. So we've got the designer series papers there, the cards, the card bases, stamp set, ribbons, embellishments, dies. This is one of the bigger suites in the catalog because it has so much stuff that goes with it. And again, you can actually buy it all as one bundle, which is really nice. And you do get 10% off the stamps and the dies when you bundle them together. So that's always a really good deal. Okay, once again, craftymedic.com if you want to buy anything current. If you want to get a catalog so that you can see all this stuff in there, let me know and I can get you a catalog. Now I'm going to go pass out and have a good night. Happy stamping.